everyone! Today I'll be painting a 3D printed Karlach model from Baldur's Gate 3. This stunning model was created by Hill Creator and I'll be taking you through each step of the painting process. So let's get started. First up, fresh off the 3D printer. Here's Karlach in all her unpainted glory. And you can already see all the details. But before we can get into painting, I need to clean this model up. So it's time to grab my scissors and metal clippers to trim off any excess support and smooth out the edges. With the model cleaned up, it's time to prime. I'm going to start by spray painting her with Montana black spray paint to create shadow in those deeper areas. This is essential for adding depth. After that, I'll hit it with Montana white spray paint to add a layer from above to create some natural highlights. This helps the details pop when we start painting. Now that Karlach is all primed and ready, let's talk about the paints and brushes I'll be using for the different areas. I've got colors for the base and the details, paints for her hair and body, and also clothes. And here are the brushes, some fine for those delicate details and larger ones for broader areas and of course dry brush. Let's start with the first layer, a solid red base coat for her skin. Once that's dry, we'll go with second layer to deepen the color and make it really stand out. Alright, now let's get to the fun part, painting the face. I'm using fine brushes here to capture the intricate details like her eyes and expressions. Next up, I'm going to paint her hair and clothes rich black. Moving on to the base, I'm going with a grey color to start. Then we'll add some fiery orange and red for that lava effect beneath her feet. It's time for some shading to really make the base feel alive. After that, we'll go back to the base for my favorite technique, dry brushing. This will give the lava that glowing molten effect as if it's ready to explode at any moment. I'll dry brush the grey parts to smooth out the texture and add some natural highlights. This combination really makes the base stand out and ties everything together. I'm also using a glossy paint for the lava to give it that wet bubbling look. To finish, I paint the edges dark brown and then add a touch of bronze paint to make them sparkle, giving the base a polished and dynamic appearance. Next, it's time to add some brown tones to the leather details on her boots and armor. Now let's move on to the gold details. To really make the gold accessories pop, I'm starting with yellow base coat. This helps create a warm, vibrant foundation for the gold. Once that's dry, I'm layering a sparkly gold paint on top, which gives it a rich metallic shine. Next, let's focus on Karlach's skin. She has some intense burns and scars, which I want to emphasize. I start by using a light color to highlight the raised areas and bring out those lighter spots. Then I use dark wash and shadow to the burns, giving them a more realistic, three-dimensional look. To finish, I apply a glossy paint to give her skin a glowing shine. Moving on to the leather parts of Karlach's model. To give them a well-worn, battle-hardened appearance, I'm using a dry brush technique. This helps to highlight the texture and make the leather looks more used and aged. For extra detail, I use a fine brush and grey paint to add some tears and wear marks. I painted red streaks on Karlach's hair, and to enhance the effect I used a red wash over the black hair, giving it a reddish undertone that really makes it pop. Next up, I'm adding silver details to Karlach's hair and also touching up some areas on her skin. With all the painting done, it's time to assemble Karlach. I carefully put all the pieces together using super glue to ensure everything is securely in place. And now it's time for the big reveal. And here she is, the finished Karlach model in all her glory. I'll give you a full 360-degree view so you can check out all the details. I'm really proud of how this turned out. So what do you guys think? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time.